Hello, my dashers. How are you doing today? We're going to just turn off this YouTube video part of it. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? I know it has been a crazy week for me. Oh, my Lord. Hey, Rose. Howdy do. Welcome, welcome. It's another Sunday at 7. It's so funny. This morning I woke up and honestly forgot about daylight savings time. So I'm out doing DoorDash. It becomes, 2 o'clock and it changes back to, I said, what the heck? I could have sworn it was 2. Had to realize that it was daylight savings time. Oh my goodness. Hey, Pam's in the house. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it going? Oh my gosh, I have had the most interesting week this week. And from the announcement on Monday, as you all know, I was workforce reduced from my corporate job. So this week has been literally crazy. Having to file court paperwork, having to file Veterans Administration for healthcare, having to file unemployment, and having to do all of the necessary works. Boy, and you don't realize how much legal paperwork there is. I'm like, oh my God. And then still trying to apply for positions, trying to find something else out there. And if I find something, I have to apply for it, interview and see what the job offers that come in. But I probably won't be getting what I was making before, so so be it. Yeah, right? It's a lot of legal junk. I know, right? And you never really think about it until it happens. Now, again, I've had a plan B, but I was going to enact this like, 3 or 4 years down the road, but um I've actually found some vendor fairs to do, to put my jewelries on, especially with the Christmas holiday. So I'm also revamping the website. I am, doing things that I really enjoy. I'm actually starting to learn to do UV resin so I can make earrings and pendants and things like that. So to add that to my repertoire of crystals, um, I'm going to do sunflowers, but I'm also going to take some crushed crystals and I'm going to actually make a design and then seal it in UV resin. So I think that'll be really pretty. I don't know. I'm trying it out. Why not? Hey, got to keep things fresh, right? Is there a website or an app for your jewelry? Well, is there an app or website for your jewelry? Yes, it's ODT Crystal Jewelry. So let me just go ahead and put that into the link. ODT Crystal. Okay, come on, Lise. Let's get the fingers to working today. ODT CRYS. Okay, come on. It really doesn't love me today. Jewelry.com. Should come up. There you go. It is a Shopify account that I have. Now, this has been there. I haven't really updated it, as many of you know, but it is being revamped as we speak. So I have over about 120 beads in different sizes of, 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter. So I have quite a few. So I'm taking pictures of those, updating the site, getting things redone on that site. So, but there is the site. Because I enjoy all the pieces that you made. Ah, Pam has gotten a few of my pieces. And some I need Van Gal and Linda not currently in Texas. I don't know what I did with your address. I don't have it. It's driving me nuts. I still have to send those two out. So I'm still trying to find what happened to Van Gal and Linda, not currently in Texas. Yep, I got up yesterday. I'll look it up later. Yes. And there's just some pieces in there. It's not the full repertoire, guys, because I have so much that I haven't put on there yet. And I finally got my business cards. Yay! Finally got business cards, people. Yes, I know. I'm a little late to the project, but hey, it's now going to be the business, and between that and Uber Eats and DoorDash until I can, find something else. So we'll see what happens with that. I guess. Cool. Hey, Red's in the house. Hey, Red, how are you? How are you? Everybody's saying hello, hello. Hey, Pam. It's been, this week has been crazy because it's trying to get everything situated. And next week is when I start ripping the house apart. Oh my God. Because I've applied for everything legally and I can't do anything more. So now it's the start. I hope by January 1, my house will be on Airbnb and I will be in Quartzsite. So I'm also looking at Tyson Wells to see if I can get a booth there, or what is the, what do you call it? The process for that or something like that, so I can bring all of my things there. I don't know. I don't know if that's feasible or not, but we shall see. Everybody's saying hi. I'm good. How are you? Whoop, whoop. Cool. So then I would become full time until, and there are a lot of work camps. I know there's some in Minnesota. A lot of people are doing DigiKey. So I'm going to look into different, work camps, host camps, whatever. Continuing to still do the jewelry at flea markets and things like that. I think I signed up for 4 different flea markets all the way up until December. So, yay. My first one is November 18th and 19th. I will be going and for the first time doing my jewelry at a flea market. So, that'll be interesting. Never done it, so hey, why not, right? I enjoyed you and Crystal on the live. You two have good chemistry together. She is such a wonderful person, and I agree. Crystal is the kind of person that I haven't seen for so long, but it seems like we saw each other yesterday. So even though we don't see each other or talk to each other, but it's just that connection, the family part coming together and just really, good people always attract good people. And honestly, you guys are my family. I count on you. I appreciate you. And that alone, it's like if I go somewhere, I haven't seen Red I didn't even get to see you in courtside. So it's been since Carol's. Nope, I saw you in December when you came for Christmas last year. But it's almost a year. But I know if I see you red, it'd be like, hey, we saw each other yesterday. Um, I just, the family is so important to me that it's so nice that I feel connected to all of you guys because I talk to you guys every week, and I feel that connection, you just can't replace it. You just cannot replace it. But thank you. I do agree. Yay. Hey, Annie and Spence. Annie and Spence is in the house. Yeah, I did too. Everybody's saying hi. Kindred spirits. Yes, I agree. Kindred spirits. That's a good word to put. Um, but then again, like-minded people, it just doesn't really it is the kindred spirit. It's this She has the same spirit of compassion and love and passion that I do. So we kind of like, even though they say opposites attract, this isn't the case. This is where you want to surround yourself with the positive people that are like you. Your family, your tribe is what, you are drawn to. And that's what you guys are for me. Everybody's saying, hey. Oh yeah, that was President's Day, and I went to see my youngest, and it didn't go well. Yeah, yes, the Tex-Mex. Lupe tortillas. That's right. We went to Lupe's. It was the best. I loved Lupe's, man. If I can go to Lupe's whenever I can, yes. We went to Lupe tortillas that day. I remember. That's the last time I saw you in person. Everybody's saying hello. How's it going? I just finished supper. My sister cooked this wonderful salmon. I don't eat fish. Like, I don't like fish unless it's like a fish fry, fish and chips, like an English fish and chips. Not just a fish fry, but it has to be like an old English fish and chips. I'll eat that all day long. Anything else? No. I won't go to a restaurant and order salmon, or I won't go to a restaurant and order halibut or something. Not my thing. But the way my sister cooks it, yeah, I would eat that because it is really good. And so every once in a while, I get invited to dinner and I'm like, yes, let's go. I'll get salmon. Hey, Brenda. Brenda's in the house. Dash her up. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. And I was on totally wrong side of Houston. Remember? Yeah. I didn't say, hey, what what side you were on. It didn't matter. Like I said, family goes out no matter how long or how far. I think you were an hour and a half or something like that away from me, but it didn't matter. If you're close by, I'll come to you, no problem. And that's all right. No big deal. We had fun. We got to chat. We got to, hang out and have a good time. And, it's what we do. It's going okay. Everybody's saying hello, welcome. I mean, it has been, y'all can, yeah, I assume y'all can hear because I'm sure you guys would have like shouted, I can't hear you. So still working out the kinks of the new laptop. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was. Lupe tortillas. Definitely good. It's like it's a Tex-Mex, but I can't even describe it. It's like a lemon skirt steak, but it had the right seasonings and it had the right marinade and just it was really, really good. Hello, Rosie, Red and Adventurous. Everybody, Brenda saying hi. I couldn't believe you had to deal with oh my gosh. You have no idea. When we got there on Wednesday, Thursday ish, okay, it was 86 degrees, sunny degrees, and the low was around in the upper 60s. Okay. So it was really perfect weather. It was kind of hot during the day. And then at night, it got down to, upper 60s, low 70s. Okay. Perfect weather. Wednesday. Well, Wednesday, we had the storm coming in. I didn't get there till Thursday morning. I had a huge storm that I came through that I got stuck in. But then Thursday I got there and like I said, it was 80. Friday, about the same, not so bad. But then Saturday it rained and it got cold. I think the high was like 50s or lower 60s. And then at night it was like in the 30s. I was like, whoa. I mean, it just went boom. And I said, well, that's Texas for you. Wait 1 minute, it'll change. But we had that for like, I think it was 5 days. It didn't get back up into the 70s until about, I want to say Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today were actually beautiful. I mean, we're back into the 70s, upper 50s, low 60s at night. Really perfect weather. We have another couple days of cold, but then we get back into the 70s again. So I'm like okay with that. Um that's that it got cold. And here is the funny part, guys. Okay, so y'all know I bought this van back in June. Now, did I try out the heater? No, I didn't. So when I really needed it, guess what? It didn't work. So here it is, 30 degrees, and I'm like, oh my God. But always carry a plan B, y'all. So I had my electric blanket, I had my 12-volt Jackery, and I had 40-degree sleeping bag. So what I did is what I did in Quartzsite when it got that cold. I had my blanket, I had me, I had my electric blanket, and then I had my 40-degree sleeping bag on top of that. I was snug as a bug in a rug. Now, it didn't get down to freezing, thank goodness, but it was cold. I'm not going to lie. Was I prepared for the cold weather? No. I didn't bring a sweatshirt. I didn't bring my cuddle duds. I didn't bring my put buns. I have these special like woolly socks that I can put on. I mean, I actually had to ask people, do you have an extra sweatshirt or something I could borrow? And they left without me giving it. They're like, nah, she can keep it. And I'm like, and Adriana, she gave me the little socks because I had no socks because I wear Uggs that are like moccasins. So I don't need socks with those shoes. But oh my God, I was freezing. It got so cold. So yeah, trust me. Um, I will not be doing that again. I will have some kind of either a sweatshirt and my cuddle duds, the base layer, the sweatshirt, the cold weather top, and the cold weather bottoms, along with my put puns, just for this fact. If I would have had those, I would have been fine. But I didn't have those. I had short dresses, shorts. I had pants, but still, they were thin. They were my hiking ones. So I had no base layer, no nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, I am so unprepared. But the family came through, helped me out, so I could keep warm. Thank God. Yeah, a couple of weeks have been weird weather. Yes. 70 today in Maryland. Ooh. Spiritual being clicking the human experience. Ugh. Free little birdie. Few lives, new subscribers. Hello, everybody. First, oh, hey, new subscriber. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Everybody's saying hi. Welcome, welcome. To the Dasha family. That's us. Welcome to the family. Yay. See, all my Dashers are welcoming you. I love it. Sometimes the fuse on the unit can blow if the system is on on and the power is cut. Did you check the fuse? Um, no, I didn't check the fuse. And I was on shore power. So, and we didn't get a cut in the shore power. Um, it wouldn't start at all. I mean, the fan was running, everything was fine, but the ignition part of it was not igniting. So that was where, and if it doesn't ignite, then the fan automatically shuts off. So something in between the gas and the, I don't know if it's a Pezio or what, but wasn't clicking and wasn't igniting. So I have to bring that to obviously the Pleasure Way mechanic to go over and say, hey, what's the deal? So I'm sure I'll get that fixed, obviously, because it's still under warranty, under 5,000 miles on it. Yeah, it's going to get fixed. Got that right, right? Oh my God. Leggings do the trick. I've seen people wear them under the shorts. Yes. I have these, well, they're called Cuddle Duds. Best thing ever. It's a base layer. A lot of hikers use them for winter hiking. And they're like long johns, but not. You can get them at Walmart. They're really cheap. I'll leave a link after the live for them. They're inexpensive. They're like $12 for the top, $12 for the bottom. And honestly, they're snugly warm. They keep your body heat in, and they don't keep your skin wet. They will actually draw out the moisture of any moisture on your skin. Really nice, really warm, keeps you regulated. That's why they call it a base layer. Hikers do it all the time. They put pants over it or they layer. Of course, you can layer it, but that's what hikers call base layer. And that'll keep you warm. And trust me, it does. It does. Is your art on the wall? Is that your art? Okay. This one is Nora. Arcuda 2001. This is hers. This one is mine. And this one is mine. Yes. But yes. Those two are this one and this one are the paint and sips. Yeah. These are mine. And this one is Nora's. Beautiful art. Beautiful artwork. That's actually going to come in the van with me. Huckleberry, how are you? Chris is in the house. Yay, Chris is in the house. Everybody's saying how I'm going to base layer at Quartzside. Yes, you should. I mean, they are good to have. And again, I'm a part-time van lifer, so you always pack for the trip that you're on. You don't really pack for full time. Now I know there are certain things. I'll have a bucket for in between, a bucket for summer and a bucket for winter. Okay, there's 3 buckets. So like now is between summer and winter. So I'm going to have some summer and then some winter. So you're going to have your hoodies and you're going to have your little base layers. Then you're going to have shorts, maybe a pair of shorts and a pair of long pants. And then your shirts will be short and long sleeve. So I'm definitely going to work out that whole bucket system, summer, medium, or mid, because you're also going to use that for spring, between winter clothes and spring clothes. So again, that medium one is going to be for spring and fall. So definitely worth doing. Yeah. Because I was so unprepared. And I didn't, dumb me did not look at the forecast, the 7-day forecast. So if I would have seen it, I would have packed my base layer at least and a hoodie. And I did have a hoodie picked out. But when I packed up the van, it was still on the chair in my house to bring out to the van, and I didn't do it. So that was my fault. Yeah. So I got to make checklists to make sure that when I get to the van, okay, do I have this? Do I have this? Do I have that? Do I have this? Do I have that? But when I go full time, it'll already be in the van. You know what I mean? So that'll be that. I have a garage to which when I go to Airbnb, all the things that I want to keep are going to go into the garage. So I don't have to pay an extra storage unit. Um, so then I'm going to make my buckets accordingly so I can just stop in, open up my garage, get what I need, put the things that I don't, and then be off again. Everybody saying hi. How's the hoodie? Yeah, the hoodie was right where I left it, right by the dining room chair. Isn't that nice? Hey, Tim. Tim's in the house. Tim is in the house. How's the hoodie? How's the sweatshirt that I got? Yeah, that, he was in a butt and he just took off and he's like, she can keep it. And I'm like, I was only going to borrow it. I was going to give it back, but he's like, nope, just keep it. I'm like, okay. Tim saying hi to everybody. I think in van life, we are conditioned to pack light because it's so little space. Yes. So it's understandable that you didn't have all the extras. And it was funny because I am now out. Okay. So the van is made for those trips that, part-time van life where you go out for a little bit and then you come back, right? For a camping trip. Okay. For maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Okay. Not really meant for full-time van life, but I need to add extra storage. There's a few things in the van that I need to revamp in order to be full-time because, there needs to be a curtain. So if I'm out somewhere, you know what I mean? I can draw the curtain and nobody can look through, I don't have to put up my side shades or all that, the whole hoopla just to go into the grocery store. I can just draw the curtain and nobody can see in, and that those things have to happen. So they didn't come with it, so I need to install it. So there are a few changes that I will be doing to the van. So when I am going full time, I have what I need, and I need storage. There's not enough storage in that small little space. So I've come up with a few creative ways. I'm doing out the plans and I will do the cutting of the wood and I will be sanding it, staining it, doing all that stuff, putting it in, all the things that I want to do. There are a few places in the van where I could get a lot of storage. And the best part is because the pop top, I don't sleep up there, but I will pop it up and use that pop top as my storage for things that I need to access to, like extra food, everything else. I don't need to go into my basement. I can just pull it from the top. You know what I mean? And I actually use the mattress topper that's up there and I bring it down into my bottom bed so I have a little extra cushion because I am a side sleeper. So it actually works so well. I am out like a light. And then, the ritual of actually making the bed into a couch and everything else really kind of mindsets your day. So I kind of like that stuff and it works. Here's everybody saying hello. Hey, Tim, my brother from another mother. I'm his sister from another mister. It's easy to forget things when you're, yeah. I like lists so I can check them off. And I have to do that. I think I'm going to have to do that more or less on my phone because my phone is always with me. That checklist might not always be with me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a to-do list or whatever and make sure I check it off just before I leave the house. But as I said, in 2 months, I will be full-time. So I will know whether I need something or not by then. So that is kind of a good thing. Or I shouldn't say I'll be on the road in 2 months because I got to clean out this house. I've got to get it ready for Airbnb. I've got to research an Airbnb management company to run it while I am gone. How much do they charge? How much commission do they make? Is it something that's feasible? What is their reputation? I have to, research these people. So these are things that I have to do, and I have to completely clean out this whole entire area. And my office right now is my office, so I have to change this back into a bedroom. Because I took the closet doors off. I put 3 desks in here. I made a studio out of here. So I've made my beading part over in the closet. And everything else like that. So I have all these things in this one room. So things have to change, and I'm giving myself the 2 months to really get downsize. I have to downsize because not only do I have my things, I have my mother's things. So there is a lot. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a trip. My eyes still but hurt, but I'm still but hurt that you didn't ask your brother from another mother for a jacket. Aww. Well, because, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't ask you. Well, it came up in conversation because they looked I was talking to the gentleman and to Lorelei, and I brought up they're like, "Aren't you cold?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a little bit cold." He says, "Oh, let me get you something." So I mean, he offered it already, so I figured, okay. Sorry, Tim. Don't be mad. Hope that helps and makes you feel better. Yeah, everything is. Uh-huh. I always have a spare of everything in my tiny minivan. Well, and see, you thought ahead. I have never done, I've only done, the weekend trip or, a week long or 2 week long in Quartzsite. I haven't really done the full-time van life. So this whole experience is like, yowza. It is overwhelming. I'm not going to lie, guys. Especially the fact that knowing that I am not getting a regular paycheck anymore is scary. So am I, working? Yeah, I have to, do DoorDash and Uber Eats to make the bills and things like that. Um, I'm hoping that everything gets approved with, unemployment and, all this other things. I have to do what I have to do, but and the jewelry business. So I finally, got legal, got my LLC, Outdoor Dash Travel LLC is now set up, and ODT Crystal Jewelry is underneath that. So doing business as. So I'm like, I'm legally open for business in Texas. Before it was just like, okay, I have an EIN, no big deal. But now this is really open for business. I know, right? Ask me, and I got one. You got everything in that small man. I was watching your revamps, and I'm like, yeah, your part 3, your 3 is the best. I think the way you have it laid out now is awesome. And I was helping Tim get his egg rolls for the potluck, and I was being interviewed by Adriana at the time. So when we were done, I went back to the van, and he's already sitting there with his seat down on his table, already, doing his thing. And I'm going, as small of a space as he had, he was going at it, and I'm like, wow. He was cooking and he was doing his thing right there. So we moved everything into the bigger van so he could actually have room. Thank goodness. But it was amazing. I mean, the way he's got it laid out is amazing. You know that I'm joking. I know. If you don't think I can take a joke by now, y'all don't know me too well. Oh, thanks, Brenda. Egg rolls. Oh my God. You have not lived till you've had one of Tim's egg rolls. Mo Bang for Your Buck has great egg rolls. And he's got it down to a system. Now I've seen him do it from scratch. I've seen him do it in oil, and now I've seen him like he's got it down. I'm like, wow. And now he does it air fry. And they are crispy and just, oh my goodness. So good. New chapters are often you got that right. And I thank you. And I know I don't think I could have gotten this chance to do this any other time. You know what I mean? Um, I had to make a choice, and do I want to go back to the corporate world? Hey, if it's comparable to what I was making, yeah. But I'm not going to go back to the corporate world for $35,000 anymore. I'm too old for that. And I just need enough to survive. I don't need everything in the world anymore. I'm happier in my van than I've ever been. So to me, getting rid of the stuffs it is kind of, what do you want to say, that it's that it's freeing, that I don't have all the junk because I don't need it. I need the necessities to live and be happy. My father, I love my father to death. He had passed away, and then now my mother. So the one thing that my father always, always, always instilled in us, no matter what it was, he says, if you've got a big decision to make in your life, always remember, does it make you happy? If the answer is no, then it's not worth doing. And when I came upon this decision to say, okay, do I really like buckle down and, go all gung ho and everything else? I'm not saying that I'm not interviewing and I'm not applying. I'm still applying to positions. I'm still interviewing. I'm still doing all of those things. I just, am picky about it, because if I don't make the same money that I was making, it isn't worth it for me to go back into that corporate life. I would rather be in the van doing DoorDash, doing Uber Eats, and doing my jewelry business. I'm not going to lie. But I have to make enough money to live. So, isn't it? Well, here's the thing. He took everything out. He had everything. And believe me, Lollapalooza was muddy, sandy. It was a mess. I had to really do my van when I got home too, because it was just a freaking mess. And then he took everything out and did everything clean again and then put everything back. And I was like, a no build, and it was awesome. Tell them how many you did. Why, you want to rat me out, Tim? I had 6, okay? I had 6. I'm not going to lie. And then I had 2 at the actual potluck because they were still there. Normally they're gone in like 60 seconds. So I had let everyone have it. And then when everybody went through the line and they were still like 4 left, I took 2. Yep. And so overall, 8. I ate 8. Not going to lie. Yes, you got I agree entirely, because is going back to the corporate life and getting a paycheck and everything else going to make me happy? No. Am I good at it? Yes. But is it going to make me happy? No. Being in my van, that's going to make me happy. Doing my jewelry business, that's going to make me happy. And I said, so I always have my father in the back of my head going, is it going to make you happy? If the answer is no, don't do it. If it is going to make you happy, then go for it. Because the only thing that's going to stop me is me. On the channel, I always say, stop dreaming it and start living it. So I'm going to take my own advice, y'all. All that stuff, energy does. It does. It is no joke. Absolutely. If you can live under the poverty lever, you are free from the rat race. Yes, I agree entirely. And it's not necessarily the poverty level. I mean, it's just, do I have enough for gas? Do I have enough for food? It's pretty much all I need and enough to pay my bills. That's it. I don't ask for much. I don't go crazy spending a lot of things. I don't need anything. I got everything in the van. So what would I need? Right? No, 8. 8. Yeah, I ate 8. I was hungry. They're small this year. Yeah, that's true. Because normally they were like twice the size that we had. But because, you know, Tim entrusted me to roll, which I've never rolled an egg roll in my life. So some of them were a little skinny. I couldn't eat in 2 days. That's got to be a record. Yeah, but I was full. Exactly. It's hard to stop eating them. I agree with you because honestly, I'm like, oh my God. Well, this one's kind of, too small. This one's kind of, it's kind of burnt a little bit on the edges. Oh my God, it's so funny. Your boss. Yes. Yes, he was. Um, I have nothing bad to say about HPE, the company. I really don't. HPE was good to me. It afforded me this house. It afforded me Fuzzy. They are very, diverse. They're very generous. They are a very good company to work for. I have nothing bad to say against them. Hey, it's the organization, it's the nature of the business, it's the nature of corporate world. Downsizing is always, going to happen where reorganizations happen and they trim the fat. I get it. I'm not sore about it. I'm not mad about it or anything else. I had been trying to leave the organization I was in for over 6 months. So this was no surprise to me when it came, to be honest. I could see the writing on the wall 6 months ago and tried to find another position. I had interviewed for 8 other positions prior to this reduction. So I know that, eh, for me to get back in, that's going to be hard. So I already know that. Um, but hey, weirder things have happened. I don't know. So again, I'm still going to apply. I'm still going to interview. And if something comes down the road, then I will take a look at it then. Do, do, do. Yeah, I know, right? I graduated. I'm now rolling egg rolls in Mobang's kitchen. Be right back. Leaving this running though. Oh, thanks, Rose. Material. I agree. As long as my basic needs are met, that's what counts. And my bills are paid and my basic needs are met. I'm a happy camper. I don't need much. I don't need a lot of things. But I love to explore. So I'd rather go out on a hike, or I would rather bike, or I would, sit there. If it's raining, no big deal. I'll do some bracelets or some jewelry or this or that, or, update my website or do a video or do that. I mean, these are things that are like passionate for me. I love, if you've seen my video on Friday with Rex interviewing him, I mean, I added some B-roll in there and while he's speaking and doing this and moving the camera. I mean, this was what I was trained to do in the military. So that's why it cut and panned to those shots of, the things that he was talking about, because that is fun for me. I know it's weird, but yes, it is fun for me. See, you could eat 8, no problem. I know. All the ugly egg roll. Ugly looking. See, all the ugly. See, it wasn't the good ones. Yep. Evidence destroyed. Hey, practice makes perfect, Tim. Wink, wink. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Quality control. There you go. That's a good quality control. I was the QC. Hey, Crystal. Whoop whoop. Crystal and La Gringa. Where you at? Are you back in Texas? Are you back home? Did you make it safe okay? Yes. Hello, hello. Everybody saying hello. Everyone loved our interview, Crystal, where you and I sat together and we bounced off each other. That was so cool. It was so cold that day, too. Oh my God. I just got to my daughter's house and my book and crystal gem where yay. Yeah, Red did a 2-minute video on the sun catcher and a few things that I sent. So she got those. I'm here at home base. Yes. Good. With your daughter. Okay, so you're safe and sound. That live stream, I know, it was a lot of fun. And I was telling people, no matter how long it's been since we haven't seen each other or talked with each other, it was like we saw each other yesterday. I mean, families are like that. It ends up connecting and it's just good vibes and just good people and good conversation. Somebody actually commented, sorry to eavesdrop on your conversation because it seemed like that y'all were part of just being part of a conversation, which I thought was awesome. I thought it was really, really good. Everybody got sick. Did bite squad for a minute. They didn't know any information until you picked up order is do Bit Squad for a minute. They don't know any information until you pick the order. Is Uber any different? Yes, Uber will tell you how many miles it is and how much the pay is going to be. They won't tell you, they will show you the route. So like for me, if it's way out in no man's land, which I know there is nothing to bring me back, and it's only like for $1.75 per mile, I won't take it. It's just not worth it because I've got nothing to bring me back. It has to be at least $2 a mile because it's just not worth it. I'd rather do 2 mile or, for $3 or $4, and I'd make just as much as if instead of going all the way back there, wasting my gas and coming back. You know what I mean? So I would rather take the shorter trips and, less miles than taking a bigger trip with low payout. Brave enough to get out there in the cold and I know she did. And it was kind of raining. I know, right? Yeah, and Tim was 2 spots down from me, people, and she was across the way, and she came. Red, I will do an unboxing because I received the other packages from subscribers too. Yay! Mama. I know, right? He was 2 spots over. Please hit the likes, y'all. Help me out. Thank you. Um, Lisa and I looked up the pink crystal. I looked up the pink crystal. Yes. Love and excess. Yeah, the pink crystal is rose quartz. It's rose quartz, which is for love and passion and your inner empathy. Um, it's what you emote is what you get back. And it's more for the feelings of positive love, caring for yourself, more for all of that. So that's what rose quartz. That pink crystal is rose quartz. Stairs, large problem. Stairs are a large problem disabled. Well, I hope you are living in stairs for your home or for your van, Elsa. Waiting for me with a book as well. The crystals were waiting for me here. Aw. I'm not built for cold weather. Yet you live in Chicago. Yeah. Wait until February comes and then we'll talk. You're gonna be like a popsicle. That's great. What you thinking about Willis? What you thinking about Willis? Different strokes. Oh my God. Is that why you let too cold? Yeah, but he's going back. Pam, he's going back to Chicago. I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait till February. He gonna be a popsicle. I got enough insulation. See, driving back on Sunday. Love it. Thank you. I'm not up on these things, so I looked it up. Rose quartz. Yes, that's what the name of the stone. It's no joke. I'll die instantly in the cold. Oh boy. You know it gets into the single digits, if not negative, in Chicago, right? It is called the Windy City for a reason. Just definitely wear your long johns, man. I grew up in Milwaukee, which is only an hour north of Chicago, hour and a half north of Chicago. So trust me, you're in for a cold, buddy. How about different shades of purple? What do they stand for? It depends if it's a amethyst, if it's a dream amethyst, or a sardonyx with banding. They all mean different sort of things. Um, it depends on what the stone is. If it is a quartz, if it's jade, if it's um, well, amethyst is amethyst. That's a crystal. It depends on the make and how it is cut. Most of them are round beads for the bracelets that I make. So, but I do have chips. I do have other things like that. So again, it depends on the purple, but usually purple emotes health. more towards the health of physical health. He lives mostly in SoCal though. Not for a while. He's probably been up into Chicago for at least 8 months, I think. Tim, correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I did. Google it. Oh, I bring some serious cold weather gear back from. Yes, do so. Sorry, Hey, Nora, we were just talking about your painting. See, I didn't call it a print. I haven't gone back since. Yeah, exactly. It is freezing. And especially because it's right off of Lake Michigan, they get the Canadian air right off the Lake Michigan, right into Chicago, slams right into Chicago. It is cold. My last winter in Chicago, in Schaumburg, which is where, close to where Tim is, and it was -19 with a wind chill of -92. That was the last winter I spent in Schaumburg. And honestly, when that happened that spring, I was out of there. That was enough. I mean, elderly people unfortunately were passing away and they didn't have enough room in the morgue. So they had semi trucks with a makeshift morgue and they didn't have to refrigerate it because it was cold enough. And that's how bad it got. That was my last winter there. And I said, nope, I'm out of here. Yeah. Magic, mysticism, so subliminal, spiritual healing. Healing. Yes, it depends on the crystal. Because whether it's emotional healing, physical healing, psychic ability, also rest, it can reset your mindset. Like think of lavender, for instance. It's purple. Okay. So it depends on the cut and it depends on the stone. Some are jade, some are agate, some are crystal. So depending on which one is which one that will actually hold. Yay, hello to all the Dashas. Nora, you're never late. Amen. You're never late, Nora. Never. Can't be late. You made it. Good thing I just don't work. No amount of money can make me go door dashing. Yeah, and that's just it. I do it on my time, but as long as the bills are paid, I don't really have to if I don't need to. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. And see, that's just it. I take those orders that are in the middle of the nowhere. I don't. I just decline them. I don't do them. I stay where the restaurants are. I stay near a city. I stay within the city limits. I don't go further out than more than 3 to 5 miles out of where I'm at. Because where I'm located, I am smack dab in all the restaurant area, the restaurant row. We call it restaurant row. There's 2 of them in my city. I'm on one of them. I'm like literally 2 blocks over. So literally, if I don't go over a 5-mile radius unless it's good money, because I don't need to. Yay! Everybody's saying hi, Nora. It's been 8 months already, Tim. As I said, Tim, verify that. Oh, nice that you're talking about me. I know, right? In a good way. In a good way. I might be talking about you behind your back, but it's in a good way. I lived in Schaumburg, and that was Well, actually, I lived in Palatine, which is north of Schaumburg by about 30 minutes. Maybe not even 30, 15. Palatine's like the next town over. It's north of Schaumburg. Um, Everybody's saying hi. 6 months. Okay, I'm sorry. 6 months. My bad. 6 months, not 8. Close enough. -10 with a wind chill, -25. Yeah, the worst one I ever had. -19 with a wind chill, -92. Yeah, that was bad. Snow up to 74 degrees today. Love it here. The snow is on the beautiful mountains. Oh, yeah. Well, you're in Denver. Yes, please. Not in the cold of Chicago. My younger son is door dashing now in Oregon because he hasn't found a regular job yet. Same thing. I'm doing the same. You know, it's good income for the interim, you know, and it's yeah, I could do a $10 an hour job, but then it restricts me from finding a job that actually pays, comparable to what I was making. Because you don't have time to interview, you don't have time to look for an applicant. You can't submit the application because you are working a $10 an hour job. DoorDash and Uber Eats, as much as it's a pain in the rear, it gives you that flexibility to do so. So you still can go out and make your money. But if you have to send out an email, do this or do that, you can still do all of that and do your interviews and then go back to DoorDash. You don't have to clock in or ask for permission off or do this or do that. So that is the reason why DoorDash and Uber Eats are really good for the interim, because it is that flexible. $32 for 20-mile round trip. Wow. I mean, $32 for a 20-mile round. Oh, so $10. 10 miles, 20 miles round trip. Yeah. I mean, as long as I don't mind it being $1.50 if it's a round trip. You know what I mean? Because I'd rather do the $32 instead of doing the short trips if it's worth the money. Because if you think about it, so it's 20 miles, but it's 10 miles, right? And he's paying $32. So that's, over $2 a mile. Great. But when you come back to 20 miles, 20 miles back to where you're going, hopefully you get an order on your way back. So then that's just gravy. Sometimes you don't, though, in order to get back to your hotspot or get back to your city. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and so I always I don't go lower than $1.75 per mile because it's not worth it. Not winter here yet. Once it's colder, the snow will be around for a while. Yeah, it will. 6 months. It's about 6 months. I was here last winter and it was not that bad. Well, it depends. Oh, you're in Denver though. Okay, I was thinking Chicago. Rhode Island, hey, I was there, when we had 11-foot drifts and they actually had to dump the snow in the bay because they had nowhere else to put it. And they have had for the past 6 years very mild winters. So it kind of is funny, but they really haven't had that much as far as cold, like the normal cold. Last night I got a $15 tip for a point. Yeah, see? I scored last night for a 2-hour dash, right? I mean, that happens, but it doesn't happen often. But it does happen. And see, like I said, but it's a very good interim position until you can either find a new job or because it does give you that flexibility to change your schedule accordingly. So I don't mind. I have nothing against DoorDash, nothing against Uber Eats, because honestly, it's paying some of the bills while I'm in transition. So we'll see what happens on that. Well, everybody, it looks like it is the just past the top of the hour. We've been talking for over an hour already. Oh my God. See, look what happens when the family gets together. We just love to talk about anything and everything. So I've got a video coming out, which would be Rex's tour of his little camper van or camper that he tows behind his motorcycle. I actually did a van tour of it because it's very unique at the fact that it's, first of all, towed by a motorcycle. And second of all, it actually comes up and makes a really cute and ingenious little space for him while he's traveling on his bike. So I did do a van tour, or I should say a camper tour of Rex's wonderful vehicle, which should be posted this week, Monday or tomorrow. I'm also going to start doing some videos on, the transformation of literally downsizing this whole big place. So look for those little shorts here and there coming through, if not videos as well. There's also going to be some renovations to the van, which I already discussed. So those are also going to happen. Let's see. Sounds like a good, yeah, it is a good side hustle. I'm not going to lie. Most of the snow driving through Flagstaff. Yeah. I came home from and hit snow in Flagstaff. I almost fell over. And I'm like, oh my God. Geez, I know, right? Went fast. Did it for 3 years. Seriously. It's because you just got here, Dora. Have y'all hit the like button. Thank you so much, Crystal, for reminding everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hit the likes. Only helps the channel out. I do appreciate you all. I know, right? Sweet potato dreams. Oh, sweet potato. So if you are new, I think Alice is the only new individual here. Thank you so much. If you are a content creator, go ahead and put a big old say in the chat so we can go ahead and subscribe if you have a channel. If you are my moderator, of course, drop your link below so everyone can just directly go and subscribe to each other. We are, a family. We support each other. We love each other. We are part of this tribe. The family that we got, I would never exchange it for anything. Love you all. I remember, right? It is insane. They get nasty. Elsa, thank you so much for joining. I create art from content. Yeah, exactly. There is Crystal Alagringa's channel right there. And here is Nora. She does not have a YouTube per se, but she does have an Instagram for her wonderful art right here. You can get a little piece right there for you. She does have an Etsy shop. Love, love, love. Mm-hmm. Redheaded Riding Hood. She has a live on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time, I believe. Yeah, 8 p.m. Central Time. So 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 Mountain, 9 Eastern. Stay tuned for that. She has a lot of poems that she does and a lot of interaction. Mo bang for your bucks. Any kind of DIY on the cheap, but effective and sturdy. This is the man right here. Mo bang for your bucks. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel as well. He's my brother from another mother. His sister from another mister. So thank you very much for showing up, everyone. I do appreciate you. Until next week, where we catch up on what's going on and what happened for the week and what's coming up. So stay safe out there. Blessings be to everyone. Have a fantastic weekend as always. Stop dreaming it and start living it. I love you all. Good night. I'll see everyone soon. Down the road or not. Bye. Good night. Good night.